Welcome to The Lock Shop with Nielson and Hustler.
All right, it's 11:03. It is The Lock Shop. What's happening, everybody? Dusty and Matthew Awanek on short notice. It looks like Huss got bit by the Grey Cup bug, which I'm sure a lot of people have probably... What's going on here with your headphones?
I know, headphones sound off or something's wrong with them.
I thought they just sort of sound like this now.
Is it happening to you too?
Well, how bad? Like, it seems
it's
like...
all crackly and things like that.
Oh, no, it's definitely not that bad, no.
And it's something, the sound...
I have mine absolutely cranked.
Yeah, you always have that.
Yeah.
Which isn't good for you. I went off on that a little bit on the Lock Shop a couple weeks ago. That's
what?
Not good for your ears.
About my ears?
Yeah.
No, I think my ears will be fine.
No, it's like when I speak, it's all crackling, and I don't know what's going on. And the tone of it, yeah, I don't sound right.
Yeah, now I know how you operate, and I appreciate it as a business owner. But how much did you pay for these little meter things? Like,
no, they were decent price.
They look like they were like $10.
No, I think they're like $30 or something like
$30
that.
each?
Something like that.
We didn't talk about this?
They've been working until I left, and then now when I
you're saying somebody,
I don't know.
Somebody broke them.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say that.
Are you sure it's not your headphones? Could be your headphones.
It could be the headphones too. That's the thing. Like it might be the headphones. I got to play.
Eric
with that.
didn't say anything today, did he? Is Eric just been sitting there with horrible?
So then maybe it's the headphones
the whole time.
My headphones usually just go on me at some point, but we'll see. I also don't need it for the show. Huss is having what happened to him in 2008. That happened to me in 2018. I remember.
You got sick after Grey Cup?
I was sick right before Grey Cup.
That's the Edmonton Grey Cup.
Yes, yeah. I was sick right before, and I told this to him last week on the show. And it's like I made a deal with my body, like let me get through Grey Cup, let me just have fun. And then on the Monday after Grey Cup, I got hit hard again, like harder than I had before. And so I just he went at it over the last few days out in Winnipeg, and now his body said we gave you a little reprieve, but now we're going to hit you a little harder.
You know what? This must be why. So yesterday, when I got home Monday, Tam and I were talking, and she's like, she goes, "Could you like look after the kids all day tomorrow?" Because she had to do a bunch of like IPP things for some students in her class, and I said, "Yeah, no problem. Like that's okay." Like, and then so after work, I was gonna go pick them up, and then whatever. She knows that sometimes after I'm gone for a while, like. Same thing, like my body eventually will be like, got through it, time to totally shut down. So I was joking with Jay yesterday here at the office. I said, yeah, I'm back. Tammy's super excited. I don't have to be gone every weekend anymore. I said, but if you can believe it, she's not even letting me have a nap today. And he's like, God. And then I went to Boston Pizza yesterday. She calls me and I go, hello. She goes, hey, I was just thinking. She goes, maybe I'll do all my work from home and I'll go pick the kids up. Then you can have a nap. And I said, no, I said I would do all the parenting stuff today. And she goes, no, but I know that if you don't sleep today, you're probably going to be sick by Thursday. And I was like, God, she's a hero. She's a saint. Like my wife's an absolute rock star. So I went home and slept for 2 hours after Boston Pizza yesterday, and I feel great today.
I slept a lot yesterday.
Did you? You have to.
Like I wasn't that really, I didn't drink too much at Grey Cup, but it's so much happening that you need the day after at some point of when you get back home to just do nothing. Like I had plans to try to clean my place and do some things.
Yeah, you want to do some stuff.
Didn't do any of it. Just sat on the couch and slept and watched TV, and that was it.
Well, that's how it's supposed to be after Grey Cup.
Yeah.
I thought it was. We haven't had a chance to talk about this yet on the air. I thought it was a great Grey Cup. I thought Winnipeg did an awesome job. Like I can't see many things that would actually even. I'm trying to think.
I had two things.
I know one. People who want to go to the football suite, the reporter suite. It was like half hour away.
Oh, that part I didn't even think of. Yeah, the FRC was just way too far away.
Yeah. So what are the two things that you like?
The two was, I said it on the hangout there. There was a point during the pregame where the concourse was packed.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that.
You just couldn't move, and it was ridiculous. And, partly like I also do feel like I was a little surprised that the concourses were more, like they're not narrow, but they were more narrow than I was expecting at Princess Auto.
Compared to Commonwealth?
Just compared to even Mosaic.
Okay,
Mosaic
I'm just saying
bigger.
compared to Commonwealth for me, because I haven't been down.
Commonwealth
to that.
is massive though.
Yeah.
Like that's what that should be the minimum, if not more.
I've been on the concourse at Mosaic. Is it similar to that? A little bit smaller. Must be a little bit smaller.
I feel like it's almost similar to Commonwealth.
Really?
I feel like
similar to Commonwealth
in terms of width.
Oh
yeah. I will say that the one thing I will credit Princess Auto, though, is like you could always see the field. If you're walking the concourse, you could always look through and you could see the field. So that part's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Actually, like I was at the one end zone for when it was really packed. And like I even saw like there was one staffer trying to get people to walk in certain areas to break it up. And even Wade Miller. Wade Miller. He's their GM or the president, right?
He's the president.
He was going down. He was doing it himself. Like he was like, people walk this. Like,
Wade Miller does a lot of stuff.
He was trying to get in there to fix this. But it's the team passes. Like to sell a certain amount of team passes and sell that out early and not have everyone being able to get to team parties because it's connected to the concerts. That needed to be improved.
So they were connected to the concert, so that was your entry to kind of get through.
So you could get to anything, but then to keep capacity at a certain level so that they know it's not overfilled. They only sold so many, but there's a lot of people that don't want to go to the concerts. They just want to go to the team parties. And if you want to just go to team parties, you couldn't go to the team parties. And these passes sold out like a month prior to the Grey Cup. And many people didn't know this because they're used to going and being able to get to the team parties. That's it. And that would be the big change, I would say, if you're a Grey Cup festival.
I didn't realize that, yeah.
We're special in media because we just get our pass.
That must
gets
be the
us
case.
in.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I didn't need a pass.
But the team pass, and it was even like it was tight on the wrist. So like it's not something you can just take off easily and give to someone else. So that part needs to be corrected. That part needs to be looked at. But beyond that, the place was very clean. It was constantly clean. Things were easy to get to. It was a wonderful time out in Winnipeg.
I got one of those.
Shout out to CFL Fans Fight Cancer who raised over $70,000 for
over 70 grand.
Over 70 grand.
Oh, excellent work.
Chris, who was on the hangout last week,
he
shaved his head.
I saw him there. He's looking for somebody to come shave his head.
Kayla ended up doing it.
Did she? I was going to say, talk to Matt.
But it was packed where we were. Actually, I have a story of two old ladies fighting over a Sacramento gold miner's jacket.
What?
At a silent auction.
No way.
Yes.
So like fist fighting or bidding it up?
There could have been a fight.
There's a big difference here.
No, there could have been a fight. There was so I was going for the Sacramento jacket.
Yeah.
I had a max of 150.
Is that your team in the league?
Yes.
Oh man.
I had a max of 150.
For a jacket? Come on.
I know, right? Never over a 200. That's it. That's all. It got into the twos, but this one lady, it was in this corner and she stood in front of it. So you couldn't easily get there to sign that.
What a B word.
Absolutely. So, but I got back there. I bid it up a little bit. And then it got to a point where I'm like, I just can't. I'm not spending $250. So
when did you tap out at?
Right near the end. Okay. I think my last bid was $220.
Okay. Wow.
I think I did put in the $220.
Yeah.
And then I heard one of the people say, "Okay, bidding's over."
Oh no.
And someone got past her and started filling out after it was over. The auction, I heard that.
She must not have been happy.
She got pissed.
Was it another old lady?
Two old ladies
going at it. How old ladies
are
what, gray hairs?
One was bald.
What?
Legit, yeah.
Okay.
And then the other one, gray hairs, had Bomber's toque and stuff on. So the bald person who was blocking she went and complained to one of the organizers, was whining about this, and then the other one came and she was going at it, and then they were bickering at each other for probably 5 or 6 minutes.
This is the biggest confrontation I heard of all of Grey Cup week.
Oh, it was just two massive Karens going at it.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I'm not part of this, that I bid out.
I should have recorded
But then we stood by one of the tables while one of them was telling her friends of what happened, and she at the end she's like, I just crossed my name out and just said you have it and stuff. But yeah, it's these two people it was major drama. It was wonderful.
All I can think about while you're telling this story to me is that the CFL should definitely expand back to the United States. If we're fighting so hard for these jerseys or these jackets,
it was a nice
maybe
jacket.
We just need more of them. Maybe we need more of them. God. What do you think of the game itself?
I thought it was a pretty good game. I thought Saskatchewan, right before they announced Trevor Harris as MVP, I was like, it's going to be Harris. But I don't think he had this brilliant game.
Yeah, no touchdowns.
Because the Riders were just overall just solid.
Yeah.
Across the board, they were good. And Montreal had ebbs and flows. Clearly, Davis Alexander's hamstring was bothering him because he couldn't move early. So you're like, hey, this is going to be massive for the whole game. But what a comeback from the Owls to make that very interesting late. What a play at the goal line.
Oh, yeah.
For the Riders to get that ball. And there's no guarantee that there's a 2-point conversion happening there. But let's say Montreal scores and doesn't get a 2. It's a 2-point ball game. They got that ball back later. They just need to get in the field goal range, and they had Maltos Diaz.
Yeah, he could have gone for 58.
I thought it was an exciting football game to me. It was back and forth. There was drama to it. I don't think I'll say it was an all-time classic, but it was a really good one.
It wasn't a classic, but there were some good moments.
It was a really good one.
There were some good moments. When I saw it was Trevor when they announced the MVP, I was like, and then I was like, wait a second. He threw for over 300 yards and set the highest completion percentage in Grey Cup history. In a game where nobody else really jumped off the page as the MVP, what are you going to give it to Tommy Stevens for 2 rushing touchdowns? You're not going to do that.
And on top of that, and like AJ Ouellette, at the beginning, Montreal held him well.
Yeah.
And then later on, they held him well. But in the middle, he was rolling quite nicely. But even the incompletions that Trevor Harris had, it wasn't necessarily great defense from the Owls. Trevor Harris put in spots that either his receivers are going to catch or is going to be an incompletion.
Except for the one that should have been a pick 6 the other way to KB and Ento. But
that was right at the start of the game.
I know. And
Imagine how that game would have been.
Alexander had already thrown a pick.
Yes.
If Trevor Harris throws a pick immediately following that, and it should have been.
That's a pick 6.
A massive swing in that football game. So that was a big moment that'll probably get forgotten. And
credit to the command center for getting it right on 2 major plays. They got it right with that pass interference, which the Saskatchewan went for on 3rd down. They lost it. They jumped in, corrected that. Saskatchewan ended up leading to a touchdown. That was the right call
when they got it done.
And then they got the pass interference, roughing the passer on Davis Alexander, which moved Montreal a little closer. I think that was the fumble drive.
That was
it the one before?
No, that was the fumble drive, I think, yeah.
But for once, we saw him actually step in and do the right things.
Positive. I actually thought it was really well officiated football game.
Andre Proulx gets a lot of hit ripping, and it's fun to rip on him, but he's also actually still generally a pretty good ref.
But what I would think they should do, for the 5 playoff games, they have a different crew for all 5. And to me, what you should do is the East Finals and the East Semis are the same crew. And then, so you take your top 2 crews. They do the playoffs, and then the best crew out of those 2 crews gets a Grey Cup.
I'd agree.
They had 5 different crews on playoff games, which doesn't make sense to me.
You should be you battle it out for those top 4 spots. There's only 4 spots. But if you're in the final, we know who the top 2, and then we know who the next 2 are. Because the top 2 are West, East, and then, the winner goes on.
Yeah, that's what I would think. I just don't think you need 5 different crews in the playoffs.
What were your thoughts of the entire week?
I thought it was terrific. It was good. The one issue that you had didn't really impact me. So from my perspective, it was pretty much just the one thing in Winnipeg is I wish it all was a little closer to the stadium. It's a pain in the butt to get to the stadium. If you're going there, I wasn't going there every day, but if everybody's going there every day.
Oh, from a media perspective.
Yeah, it's like a 25, 30
Yeah, because I was about to say from my perspective, because I didn't do any media stuff.
Yeah.
I was fine with it. But I guess everything was at the same, because Commish was dressed,
was
out there.
Was at the stadium. So there's a bunch of stuff at the stadium, which I just wish it was a little bit closer. But the setup they had at the convention center, and I was staying at the Delta, which was attached to it, it was super convenient. So yeah, I had a really good, it was a good Grey Cup. And then Calgary next year.
Yes.
And then I guess the league really wanted it to be Edmonton, but the province didn't want to chip in $1 million.
Yep.
So
they didn't want back-to-back Grey Cups
back to the Riders, and then we'll see what happens after that. Maybe Edmonton after that. But it's time we get another Grey Cup here.
It was such a fun time.
I think it's time for a Grey Cup. That would be, at the earliest now, it would be 10 years. Right? 2028 would be the earliest. 26 already secured. 27's already secured.
Yeah.
I would think if Edmonton wants it, 28 would be theirs, unless some things are taken care of out east construction-wise and they can get some.
But I don't think Ottawa's going to.
Ottawa won't be done that quick, I don't
so then it would have to be, when's the Big O done?
50 years from now. And they've already done 2 in Hamilton recently.
So you
don't want to take it to BMO. It'd be lost in the shuffle there. So.
Well, so Montreal, it's expected to be open in 28. So Montreal in 28 maybe. The only thing I see is if Rogers, I'm fascinated with the TV deal. I will consistently throw this out there. If Rogers is going to stay as the owners of the Argos, what happens with the TV deals, and do they get thrown a Grey Cup or something like that? That's the only reason I would see Toronto back in it. But they did change the rules of who the home team is, so you can stay out west, and it's not a big deal. Quite frankly, I'm not opposed to the idea that you just do a rotation of the 4 prairies, and every 5th year you go to one of the other spots. Nothing's going to be like a Grey Cup in the prairies.
No, that's true. I mean, the best Grey Cups are going to be out here.
The Super Bowl doesn't go to Green Bay. It's not going to Seattle.
So you run through all 5 Canadian, Western Canadian cities.
And then Edmonton,
hit out
Winnipeg,
east once every 5 years.
Or NBC's in there.
Yeah.
Go like Edmonton, Winnipeg, one of the 5. Calgary, Saskatchewan, one of the 5.
Okay.
Edmonton, Winnipeg, one of the 5.
Oh,
Calgary,
you're putting BC
Saskatchewan.
in the mix. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying run it through the West all 5 years,
Just
then
the
go
prairies.
east once, then come back through the West once more.
Go 2 prairies, someone else, 2 prairies, someone else, 2 prairies, someone else, 2 prairies, someone else. Just do that mix. Revenue split the Grey Cup amongst all teams, but your best Grey Cups are going to be in the prairies. They just will be.
I think they always have been. It's just...
I heard great things about the Hamilton one.
Hamilton one, I was at both Hamilton one. Like the Hamilton one was good, but it wasn't Winnipeg. Like even people in Hamilton be like, no, I'd probably rather go to Winnipeg for a Grey Cup.
It's the city commitment that you need from it. I didn't get to go to it, but because I went to Huss's party and stuff. There was even there was a lot of people there. There was a Christmas Santa's parade that was going on that they added part of the Grey Cup Festival.
I ran across the street in the parade.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Well, I wanted to get back. And I was like, what am I going to do? Wait for this entire parade? I was at the Fan Fest doing Grey Cup Saturday. Right. And then I was trying to walk back to the hotel because it was only like 800 meters. And this parade was going on in the middle of it.
I was busy there a little bit when I was there. I wanted to do the reflex.
There's a good
ones.
vibe down there around that. Like,
I
know that one. Me too.
I wanted to try that.
I wanted to try that too. I was saying yesterday, watch this. Like,
Brilliant.
I think I could do pretty good at that. And I saw it and I was like, I really want to try it.
But Edmonton needs one. It's just, and I will say this, even though to any Edmontonian that's around, I'm going to speak to those in the Edmonton area. Calgary's not that far. If you've never done a Grey Cup,
YouTube Trev says he's coming.
I recommend it. Last time it was in Calgary in 19, I think most of us drove after work on Friday, and we just did Friday night, Saturday. I think you and Eric came back up on the Sunday. You guys didn't even stick around for the game.
I didn't even stay for the game?
I don't think so.
Did we go down Friday?
Yeah. And I
guess we did. I dropped that bottle of Pink Whitney.
You don't even, that
was a real hot thing at the time, too. Remember how tough it was to find Pink Whitney?
I'm just going to say, you don't even have to book a day off of work. Come Friday, get a hotel room for Friday night, Saturday night. Enjoy the team parties. There's nothing like it.
It's a great time, man.
There's nothing like Grey Cup.
Yeah.
And the Spirit Breakfast, first time experience.
How was that?
It was great. It was awesome.
I've never experienced one. I've been invited multiple times, but I'm like getting up that early. Maybe if I don't have to do Grey Cup Saturday, let's say like next year, I'm not doing Grey Cup Saturday.
If you have to work.
No, but I was just like, and because then I could go home and sleep after. What do they serve for breakfast? Like all I've ever heard is that you just start drinking sluice juice.
Yes.
But do they serve breakfast?
There's a breakfast that the convention center came.
We're talking pancakes
There was
and stuff?
there was what do they have this year? This is the first time I've ever done it, so I don't know what it's like at other places, but there was eggs, there's potatoes.
What was the meat? Bacon?
There's bacon.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
It's just whatever, but they serve you sloosh.
Yeah.
Mark Schultz does a fantastic job emceeing that. He is awesome.
He is a great MC, isn't he?
There's just I saw a guy was sleeping by before noon. He was out. People just are done.
At the party?
Oh yeah. There's Winnipeggers. There's a few that bring. Do you know those like beer kegs you can get at certain restaurants where they just fill up the beer to keep it cold?
Yeah.
They have somebody brings their own so that they pour all the solution there and they drink that.
Unbelievable.
I know the table that it wasn't where I was at, but I know there's some people out there that have it figured out of how to get extra sloosh. Because where is the picture here? This was under a table at one of them.
What? Jeez.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
a dozen sluice juices underneath the table.
Jugs 11
underneath the table.
Under their table. That's my GF.
Grey Cup is a phenomenal time, man.
And those mostly get drunk, and it's just a fabulous time. All the cheer teams come out and perform, and from all 9 teams. Mark Schultz entertains, and there's all sorts of things going on. Then there's a band even for the last hour and stuff.
Tallboy?
No.
Oh, a different
I don't know
band.
who this one was.
Okay.
Tallboy was great on the Saturday night, but yes.
Yeah, they were there Thursday
The
night.
breakfast is wonderful. But yeah, it's get to Grey Cup next year in Calgary.
Yeah,
you don't even have to
drive
stay on
down.
Sunday. Drive back, watch the game in Edmonton if you want.
I think Tam and the kids will probably drive down to take in the Fan Fest thing for sure. Marshall would have been in heaven at that fan fest. So many different football drills and stuff. Like, it would have been absolutely incredible. All right, some Elks news, and then we'll dive into this Oilers game tonight. We'll get to the slate. We'll dive into your lines. LeBron returned last night, had 12 assists in his return. Looked pretty good. But what do we got? Elks.
Cordell Jackson.
Okay, so that was reported last week.
Yeah, Dan Ralph reported that, but the Elks have announced that they've extended Cordell Jackson as well as national defensive lineman Noah Curtis.
Not to be confused with Noah Taylor.
Correct.
Right?
Yes. Noah Curtis, he missed... Yeah, Noah Curtis was the guy. He missed all of this season.
He missed the entire season.
He missed it because he got hurt.
He hurt himself at Fan Day. He was on crutches at Fan Day.
So they've re-signed him. So they got Cordell Jackson, Noah Curtis. I really hope they sign Noah Taylor.
Noah Taylor, is he under contract still?
No, I don't think he was. Not according to 3 Down.
Would have been nice if he was. I thought maybe he would be because he would have been on like a rookie contract, wouldn't he have? Was he around the year before?
3 Down Nation Elks free. And it sounds
Taylor's
like
got some good potential. Like
Robbie Smith got restructured as well.
Oh, I saw Dave Campbell said that. It looks like, well, that's good then. I mean, you didn't want to pay Robbie Smith what you were paying him when you were paying him as the highest defensive player in the entire league.
Yeah.
So you couldn't do that again.
Jake Serezna, that means it's gone.
Well, that's interesting.
Because Noah Taylor is a free agent.
Because I would have initially sort of agreed with you on that. But he was out there this week with the Elks everywhere I went. He was with Chris Morris and Hervey.
It was his jersey everywhere too.
Well, he was everywhere. Him and Metier. Metier is still in a walking boot. But I thought it was interesting that like I went to a Elks gathering with Play Alberta on Thursday afternoon or Friday afternoon. Serezna was there. I saw him like 3 or 4 times, and he was with Morris and Hervey quite a few of the times. So I don't know. Maybe there's a bit of a restructure, like a lower end deal for him to come back too, because he's a free agent, right? So
Taylor's a free agent. Kongbo's a free agent. I really like what Kongbo did near the end, or for the season when he jumped in, and then they've got that first round pick from last year that didn't play at all this year. They drafted first rounder who got suspended for the year.
This year's draft or this year's draft because DeBlanco was the first round pick. And what was his name? Who did they? It
was the second round or whatever. He dropped to the second round.
Where was he all year?
He was suspended.
Oh, that's right. He was suspended. Yeah, that's right.
His name is...
And they knew about it.
Darian
Newell.
And
they took him anyway because he slid down the draft.
Because they thought he was so good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
So I don't know. I don't think he can bring everyone back. I would say if you're restructuring certain contracts, a guy like maybe a Robbie Smith or something, I guess Jared Brinkman maybe now comes into this, training camp cuts. You bring him. You don't have to be cap compliant, I don't think, during training camp. Maybe you bring him in for that, cut him.
Get a look and then see what's up. Yeah. All right, it's Nielsen and Wannick with you. If you're listening on TuneIn Radio or iHeartRadio or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, you can text us anytime, 780-218-9999. If you were watching over on YouTube today, you can hammer the thumbs up for us. That would be greatly appreciated as well. I'll have Gazzola with me on the oil stream coming up. It is a game day. Tommy will be doing pregame live from Hudson's tonight. Hudson's on White. He'll have that for you in the middle of the Reed Wilkins show. So we will get to that. Did you watch any of the Lakers game last night?
No.
I watched pretty much the entire thing. No, that's not true. I missed the first quarter, and then I watched the rest of it. We had him as the early bird bet of the day yesterday. Also, hey, no pressure, Matty, but Huss and I yesterday hit on a Hawks-Sharks parlay, which I'm not sure we've ever done in the history of the Lock Shop, and the Lock Shop predates Edmonton Sports Talk in general. Hashtag justice for the Lock Shop. But we hit a Hawks-Sharks parlay yesterday. So we're going to have to come up with something today because we got to follow that up with a banger.
So an NBA and an NHL parlay.
So we hit the Lakers. No. Hawks. Chicago Blackhawks. San Jose Sharks. You're thinking Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, we're talking association.
So what's so special about that?
Well, because it's the Hawks and the Sharks. Oh, okay. And they've sucked for years. And we got on them on the right day. And it hit. And then we hit the early bird bet of the day. It was minus 12.5 for the Lakers. And they were down 11 in the third quarter. And I was like, oh, no. Everybody's going to be like, see, they're worse because LeBron's back. And then they end up rolling. Yep. They're up over 20 with about 4 minutes left. And I'm thinking, I almost went out and tweeted. I was like, well, we're going to cash another one. And then they brought in off the bench. Like Dalton Connect came in. Bronny came in. Bunch of guys. Bronny hit a 3. At that point, I was still feeling pretty comfortable, still up by 20. But then Bronny turned the ball over 3 times. And I was like, oh, no. It got down to 15. Then it got down to 14. Then LaRavia missed a free throw. And it came down to a shot with like 32 seconds left to cover the 12.5. So I don't know if anybody else was stressing about it, but I was. And they ended up getting it done. So yesterday was a good day. Hit the early bird bet. Hit the lock shot partner parlay as well, and then watched the Lakers win last night. I like the way they look last night. You know who I love? I love DeAndre Ayton. I like Ayton.
He had a rough start to the season.
He's been good, man. All he does is get to the rim, right? It's just lob city. And you got guys like Luke and LeBron getting the ball to you. If you're a big man, I think I like him. I think he's a good fit there.
Could the Lakers be good this year?
What's that?
Could the Lakers be good this year? Finally,
you said this before. I think they will be good this year, but it's not going to matter because the OKC Thunder are untouchable. Like the Thunder, or if the Thunder stay healthy, they're probably going to set an all-time wins record.
So
that's 73, right?
73.
A Golden State Warriors team that ended up blowing a 3-1 lead in the final. But I think they're that good. I think OKC's that good. I don't know how anybody takes down the Thunder.
So they beat the Lakers last week by 29 points.
Yeah.
Without LeBron James.
I turned that game off. That was on. I turned it off. I was like, this is awful.
How much of a score how much closer does LeBron make that? 29 points right now. Doncic only had 19 in that game.
I mean, let's say they played in a best of 7 series. I would probably pick the Thunder to win 4-1.
It's on 5.
Like the Thunder are that good. The rest of nothing against Wemby and the Spurs or the Nuggets or the Lakers can play with those teams. OKC is a different animal. They win it last year. They start this season the way they are. They've got 4 first-round picks this year. 2 of them, as of today, would be top 8 picks. You're going to be back-to-back titles and then have 2 top 8 picks. It's never been done before in the history of sports. It's insane. They're going to run out of room for all these
that's
guys.
You only have so many guys on a roster, so they're going to.
You got to find a way to manage it.
They're probably going to be a team that trades.
Oh, they'll probably just trade for future picks.
Either trade for future picks,
right? Because they don't need anything on their roster.
Or you trade a bunch of player picks for a big player if you really need someone.
I mean, if you really need to load up one more guy.
But that's in the years, like if there's an injury, you could just trade a bunch of first-round picks to get a player to replace one of your injured players.
If that happens. Yeah.
Like they are set up in that nice way where either you could trade picks now for later, or you could just trade those picks if you happen to deal with an injury that you're not expecting.
If they don't win 3 of the 5 titles here, or like if they don't win 2 of the next 4, I'll be stunned. Yeah. I mean, it's a great group. They're all young.
This year. Lakers will win it this year. LeBron will go out on top. Luka will get his. And then they'll win the next 3.
You know what you say? I think, what do they call it? You're speaking my love language. Isn't that a thing? I think that's a thing. Talking nice Lakers to me. That's good. All right. So quickly there on the association, the Edmonton Oilers. We've already got one play up. Good time seeing Jordan and Matt and a bunch of the guys from Play Alberta. They were down there with the Elks. They were at Grey Cup. I could tell, get to the airport on Monday, and I'd had a late night. And I'm walking through the hotel.
It's because you guys have your little wrap-up party.
Yeah, it was whatever. I got some sleep. Anyway, walking through the airport, and I see those guys, and it's the same thing. Like the 2 Elk sales guys and then the Play Alberta guys. They all everybody just looks. The flight. That's why I was stunned. I said this on our show yesterday morning. The guy sitting next to me on the flight home from Grey Cup ordered a spiced rum and Coke, and I was like, wow. Legendary move, man. Like everybody else on this plane does not want to see booze again for at least a month. And this guy was like, I'll get a spiced rum.
Sometimes you just need that extra booze to keep the hangover better, to help with the hangover.
Yeah.
His was just that bad.
All right. So we've already got one up. We've got the EST early bird bet that is up right now. Play Alberta, the title sponsor of everything we do here at Edmonton Sports Talk, including the Lock Shop. Our early bird bet today. Now this one, I'm not as happy with this at this moment as I was this morning because I thought for sure one thing Knobloch wouldn't do is not play Hyman with McDavid. But turns out he's going to not play Hyman with McDavid. We'll get to the lines here in just a moment. But Connor McDavid with an assist, Zach Hyman with a point. We're not even putting the end result of this game in here anymore. Enough having parlays burned because we're trying to be Oilers homers and take the team to win on the money line all the time. Let's find some value in here. Connor McDavid with an assist, Hyman with a point, plus 120. 25. I also said this morning that I didn't mind Zach Hyman for a goal, but with these line combinations, do you have today's line combinations? All right, give me these line combinations. 'Cause they're going 11-7, but their hands being forced because Lazar and Philp are both apparently out for the rest of the trip.
McDavid in between Savoy and Roslovic, Draisaitl centering Podkolzin and Mangiapane, Henrique in between Frederick and Hyman, and then Janmark with Tomasek, Nurse, Bouchard, Ekholm, Kulak, Wallman, Regula. Emerson is number 7. Skinner starting for the Oilers. Yeah, Philip Lazar will miss the rest of the road trip with upper body injuries as well. Caps going with Logan Thompson tonight.
Amazing that both of those guys could get hurt while sitting on the bench watching McDavid and Draisaitl play the entire game. Incredible. Like, how does that happen? 780-218-9999. Easy E over on YouTube says, Dusty, don't be ridiculous. It'll be Draisaitl, McDavid, Hyman 10 minutes into the game. Jammin93 says, you know it's going to be a power play goal to get Hyman his first. That's what I said that on the show this morning. I said, I think I like Hyman to actually score tonight. But, okay, so a couple of things. You put Hyman with Frederick and Henrique. Okay, are you purposely trying to make him do nothing? Or are you thinking Hyman is what unlocks Trent Frederick? Like, Frederick and Henrique have pretty much done nothing the entire year. Frederick literally has pretty much done, it's not even an exaggeration. He's done nothing the entire year. As somebody said, like, you don't even notice him when he's out on the ice. He should probably be healthy scratched. So why are you putting Hyman with those two guys? Like, why are you taking your one guy who can play well with the big boys and putting him down there with Henrique and Frederick?
There's no other way of looking at it because Hyman's not playing poorly. Like, if this happens in the middle of the season, you could look and be like, Hyman's not playing well.
Hyman's struggling, and you're putting him down there, yeah.
Right. So this is strictly, can you use Hyman to get these guys going? And here's the thing. If you're Chris Knobloch, like, we know this about hockey, you could just change your lines later. Like, you could be upset right now that Hyman maybe isn't playing with McDavid, but you could always throw him back up there. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. So why not give it a shot to see if you're going with this 11-7, you're going to be moving players around. There's not going to be necessarily set lines all the time. Why not see if maybe you could unlock a Frederick more specifically by giving Hyman on that line?
Yeah, I don't like it. I'd rather see Hyman play.
But then who are you putting on that third line?
Well, I don't care. It's completely useless anyway.
Well, so that's the problem. Then now you have a third line that is completely useless. At least you're putting on a player that can maybe produce. So you're going to
play Henrique and Frederick more because Hyman's with them? I don't want to see any more of those guys.
Well, you can't then just play the top two lines
instead of Henrique, McDavid's with Hyman. McDavid's between Hyman and Frederick and Frederick sometimes. Henrique and Frederick, it's messing with me. Frederick and Hyman. When those guys are together, you're going to rotate some centers through, and those two wingers are with McDavid a little bit more. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what I'm trying.
Well, yeah. Like, how else are you going to do this 11-7? You're going to probably try to utilize McDavid and Draisaitl more.
Yeah, because who's the bottom? Who's the two forwards?
Janmark and Tomasek.
Yeah, so right, I mean, I could see McDavid.
Like, Henrique gets a shift with Janmark and Tomasek because McDavid went out there with Frederick and Hyman.
Kevin, then why is Roslovic with McDavid? Why is he not with Leon Draisaitl? Those two clearly have chemistry. Why would you not leave those two guys together? Because I don't understand that one for the life of me.
Because when McDavid plays his shift with Frederick and Hyman, Draisaitl goes up and plays with Roslovic.
No. They should just leave Roslovic with Draisaitl and Podkolzin and just leave it.
So then McDavid with Hyman and Savoy.
Yes.
And so Mangiapane.
Why would you not just do that?
So Mangiapane with Henrique and Frederick. Huh?
Yeah, sure.
So, well, that's the thing is you get a sure line, and then you've got two other forwards that are. What are you doing with?
I mean, I don't know.
That's the one problem.
I just like it. I think they should have just gone Savoy with those two
third lines. Then it's going to be useless. Well, then you're only playing two lines.
What do you say about this? 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999.
Hampton Steve in the inbox. I wonder if they're starting Hyman on the third line to give him a few less minutes with him just coming back from injury and it being back-to-back games. Only reason I could think of.
See, at least that's a reasonable thought process.
And then this one without
Still
number.
don't like it, though.
Man, this team is screwed up right now. No direction or identity. Very disappointing, but I guess they're still in it.
So how long remember they're like, Savoy really started to click. Looking good with Hyman and McDavid. What do you get? Game and a half?
Well, he's back with McDavid.
Well, just leave Hyman up there with him.
Then who's on the third line?
I don't care about the third line. I don't know. Maybe it works.
Your team has too many injuries right now. It's just that simple.
Easy 94 over in the chat says, someone in the chat the other day said the Oilers need a bottom six leader. Enter Zach Hyman. Poor Zach Hyman, though. Like, Zach Hyman's got to be the guy that goes and drags the bottom six out of the mud. Matthew Hyman over in the chat says, maybe Nurse and Frederick should fight each other. Frederick can shadow Hyman to see how he plays and what he does. Leave 29, 92, and 28 together. I agree with that one. This one says, why would Knob do the obvious thing that everyone can think of? How can Mangiapane, Henrique, and Frederick not work? How much NHL experience does that line have? You need Hyman to babysit, get players going? Crazy. That's a good point, too. I mean, okay, but Frederick's getting paid over $3 million a year. He's in his 5th or 6th year in the National Hockey League. Henrique's probably beyond even contributing much to an NHL lineup. You have to put a veteran with those guys to get those guys going? Please. Like, it makes no sense. Now watch this. That line's going to have 2 goals tonight, and people are going to be like, Dusty, you're an idiot. But I don't think it's the case. I just don't know why you wouldn't have Zach Hyman with Connor McDavid.
I think you'll see.
We've been sitting here all year being like, wait till Hyman gets back with McDavid. Now he's back. And you're like, 2 games in. You're like, go play down there.
I think you'll see still a bit of McDavid with Hyman tonight.
Well, as the guy said earlier, it's going to take 10 minutes. You're going to be down 2-0. The whole line's going to be together in like 27 minutes.
Well, it's not even that. It's just this 11-7 and stuff. And maybe non-block's just going to change things up and mix things around throughout the game.
This one's good over on YouTube. The other team cannot know what the Oilers are up to if the Oilers themselves don't know what they're up to.
It's a fair point.
That's a good point.
Maybe there's just games being played here by non-block. Maybe these are just the lines that he's using in practice, and then who knows what's going to happen tonight. He's going to come out with completely different lines to start this game to mess with everyone.
Frederick in Boston played well with other physical players. Maybe that's Knob's narrative here with the Hyman move. Yeah, maybe it's the case. As for this game tonight, let's see here. Let's see what's going on with these player props. We have no player markets. I was chatting about this with Jordan when we were in Edmonton.
In Winnipeg.
Yeah, in Winnipeg. I'm just going to see if we're going to send him.
Oh, you're asking?
Yeah.
Well, you can still do the same game parlays at the very least.
All right, well, let's build something there then. All right, SGP, Oilers, Caps. Like I said, we've already got pretty basic one. Hyman point, McDavid assist. Let's see here. Assists. Maddie, who do you like for an assist tonight? Jack Roslovic playing with, well, what do we got? Let's see. We got assists. We got the plus minus. We got points. I don't hate a Roslovic point tonight.
Where's Roslovic?
We could throw Roslovic point.
Okay.
You want to build this?
I'm putting something together.
Okay.
No, I can't do that one. Because I have a Draisaitl assist and a Roslovic point.
Okay.
And that's plus 137.
Draisaitl assist, eh? They're not playing together, though.
I know, just overall. I think Draisaitl's got to get it on the score sheet tonight.
Okay, so then are you expecting this team to score 2 5-on-5 goals tonight? Tough to find recently.
Well, Roslovic could score in 5-on-5, and Draisaitl could get a power play point.
All right, so where's Draisaitl here? What'd you say? Well, let's add something else on there.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, so Draisaitl assist.
Do you think there's going to be a lot of goals tonight?
No, I don't. which makes tough on these. But all right. So yeah, Roslovic point, Draisaitl assist. If you're listening or watching or whatever right now, feel free to chime in 780-218-9999 or over on YouTube if you have any suggestions. No player markets coming for that game tonight. So you have to build anything you're going to build in the same game parlay. So let's see here. And what do you think about a plus-minus bet tonight, buddy?
I've never done plus-minus stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty degenerate, but...
Well, Hyman over 0.5? No, because he'd get a power play.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
So that would hurt him.
What do we got for power play points? What about a boost power play point? Can't get it.
Well, we could get it when we build this.
I guess we could get it.
Like, we could put anything together and get it there. We just can't see what the number would be. But, like, I was thinking, like, do you take, like, do you bring up the total? Because the game's 6.5 right now. Do you bring that up to, like, 7.5 for tonight and take the under or something?
Yeah, we could do that as well. I was also thinking, what do we think about Stuart Skinner over 19.5 saves?
Let's see what Stuart Skinner's done for his last few starts.
You can in the same game parlay, you can go anywhere from 15.5 saves for Skinner up to 32.5 saves for Skinner.
So his last 4 games, 18, 20, 33, and 23 saves.
Okay, say that again. What was the number?
18, 20, 33, 23.
See?
So if you go
19.5,
that's the number I was today. 19.5. So Draisaitl assist, a Roslovic point, a Skinner 20 plus saves is plus 191 before a boost, and before we add it, like if you want.
I'm at plus 171.
That's
the exact same. I thought you said 91.
Plus 7.
Oh,
maybe
okay,
I did. Plus 171.
Okay, yeah.
Before a boost.
It'll be 2-1, but closer to 2-1.
And if we don't throw anything else in there. You could bump that up to 21.5.
Oh, but you're also going to try to get the under 7.5 in that game.
Do you want the under 7.5?
I don't know how much it'll change it because it's such a big bump up, but it might change it a little bit.
Yeah. 6.5, under 6.5.
I don't see 8 goals being scored in this hockey game tonight.
Under 6.5 makes it a plus 492. So I would say it'd probably be about plus 3, plus 270.
Oh, there we are. I
think it brings it down that much.
I don't hate the idea of just taking the under 6.5. I think this has 3-2 game written all over it. If you get the empty netter, 4-2.
No.
But then the others are going to probably have the goalie pulled. They're going to be pushing.
I wonder, can I see what a number would be?
Is there anything we have in there that you think we should take out? Roslovic point. Draisaitl, I'm asking people. Maddie and I like these because we put them in. Roslovic point, Draisaitl assist, Stuart Skinner, 20 plus saves. Could just go straight up adding a Bouchard point in there as opposed to a power play point.
Where is...
Man, I wonder how many people have been throwing Skinner goals against into their same game parlays. You can get it all the way up to 5.5. Let's see. Let's go. I want one more in there.
I'm trying to find saves.
Points, here we are.
Can't do it. I'm not sure. Okay, so what would you put? Okay, if a 6.5, because I'm trying to do this as if we brought it up to 7.5. Minus 139 for 6.5. If it was a 7.5, what do you think the number would be? I guess that's not good. I can't do it that way. Never mind. Don't worry about that. If you want something else for tonight.
No, I think if we take this, just put it, send it to him as 7.5.
Okay, 7.5.
So let's go under 7.5 goals.
Skinner
20 plus saves.
Roslovic
a point, and Draisaitl
assist. Are we wanting to put anything else in there? Or is this getting a little too greedy?
Well, we have to remember, according to the 7 o'clock hour of the Nielsen show, to use our game sense. I think we have so far. I don't think we need anything else. I think it'll be a decent enough number.
Well, so here's the other thing that is being thrown in the nasty chat is Ovi stuff. Somebody has Ovi over 2.5 shots.
Okay, but what's Ovi's? Let me see Ovechkin's game log here.
So this season, his shots at the very least. 1-3-3-2-3-3-3-3. I'm going backwards this month. So he's averaging just like he's getting close to 3 shots. He is coming off a 1-shot performance.
So Spency 5 cents, he's saying Ovechkin over
2.5 shots. Or is that now just pushing this a little too much?
Okay, but what about 1.5 shots? Is that an option? Or does that have to be 2.5 because he's such a shooter? Yeah, 1.5. If we put 1.5 in there, I've got it at the 6.5.
Yeah, so that's 547.
Yeah,
but take that down. That's got to be about 3.
I think it would probably be somewhere around 250.
But with the boost or something, I think we're close to 3.
Well, let's send it over and find out.
So we're good with 5.
Yeah, so we're gonna go
5 parts to this.
Yeah, a 5-legger tonight. Remember, use your game sense. I wouldn't put $100 on this, but I'd sprinkle it. I sprinkle it a little bit. Roslovic over 5.5 points. Draisaitl.
Roslovic over 0.5.
Yeah,
not 5.5.
yeah. Oh, did I say 5.5?
Yeah.
And imagine if you get 6 points tonight. We're like, should have been on it. That would have been tough. Yeah, so Roslovic with a point. Draisaitl assist. Skinner 20+ saves. Ovechkin 2+ shots. And then the game's under 7.5. And you know what? I have to say, I like it. I like this. Feel pretty confident about it. Let's see what else is happening in the NHL slate tonight.
Sent.
All right, let's see how it plays
Let's see
out.
what number that is.
All right, what else we got going on in the NHL tonight? It's a Wednesday night, right? So what do we got? 3.
Usually there's not a lot.
Yeah, there's only 4 games tonight. Flames, Sabres. Sabres are minus 159 favorites at home.
2-game win streak.
Calgary played last night.
2-game losing streak.
Yeah, I mean, Buffalo. I like Buffalo there tonight. Carolina, Minnesota. I actually don't hate the number on the Wild at home at plus 149. And then the Ducks. Ooh, Ducks Bruins is an interesting one tonight. Boston's first in their division, are they not?
They're 8-2 in their last 10 games.
And they're plus 150.
They are 1 point back the Red Wings for top of the division.
And the Ducks are also a first place team too. This is a battle of really good teams so far this year.
Ducks are 7-3 in their last 10.
I'm a little surprised that Boston's plus 152 though on the road. I mean, we already got our 5-legger put together. We don't have to dive into anything else.
Well, I was gonna.
But
do you like the Wild or the Hurricanes?
Well,
or would you take that one? Because what about the Bruins? It's I think plus 1.5. At minus 189.
Bruins plus 1.5 minus, and then Sabres minus 159. It's plus 150, plus 149. I like that.
Bruins plus 1.5. Sabres money line.
Yeah. You want to send that to him too? Let's do that too.
That'll
all be up on the EST specials page there. Hey, did you hear YouTube Trev's thought about a new addition to the Esties?
Nope.
He is suggesting, and I don't hate the idea, overall segment of the year on Edmonton Sports Talk. Because so many different shows have so many good segments. Right? Kind of opens it up a little bit. Let's say our show wins like show of the year again or whatever.
Yeah.
But maybe word of the day wins segment of the year. And the Reed Wilkins show wins something.
Sure.
Right? Like
somebody fill out the sheet.
I think it's not. Yeah, well, he did. He put it in the sheet.
That's all you need to do.
Put in the sheet. Because think, what about highlights and lowlights? Zach to the future. Bunch of different things. Tales of the North, obviously. We really don't do anything too special in the lock shop. What do you guys do in the hangout? You got like a... There's really like no...
There's there's over under. Yeah. No, like there's nothing that we sidetrack, take away from.
But I thought it was a pretty good idea.
Another award that maybe the lock shop's not going to get nominated for.
Justice
for the lock shop, baby.
Here's what we need to do.
Let's create
come up with an awesome segment.
Let's create an award that we could also give not to the lock shop. Just everything against the lock shop. No one doing anything for the lock shop.
This should motivate the lock shop.
Oh, calling out
to come calling out. No, calling out myself.
Yeah, the guy that's not even here, calling out myself and Huss because we're doing so many lock shops.
Come up with a hilarious segment,
and Huss and I haven't come up with segments, so you're calling us out.
Well, I think it would be a great. I think it could be a great segment that we could come up with in the lock shop, and it'd be driven by this very thing.
And now you're already behind the 8 ball with the lock shop because we're this many months in.
Yeah, but
everyone
like two
else
guys in the goalie and Oil Stream don't have like a segment that is like
another award just to hurt the lock shop. Just to the lock shop could not win another award.
I think it also hurts the hangout.
Absolutely, but this isn't about the hangout. It's not hashtag justice for the hangout. It's hashtag justice for the lock shop. And another shot from the morning show towards the lock shop. That's all I'm going to say.
No, that's not the case. It's not the case.
Yeah. Baptized Big Uke, host number 4, calling out the lock shop. Classic Dusty.
Host number 4. Come on, you guys. I'm not going to miss a day on the lock shop for a long time now, I think.
Oh, you better not throw that out there.
Do I have a lock shop off next week?
I don't know, but if there's in the next month, you take a day off. Mark that one down.
I'll throw this out there,
because if Dusty's not here in the next couple of weeks.
Who's the only person that's been on the lock shop for the last 2 days? This guy.
Who's done the most lock shops on November?
Huss was only here once. I'm just saying. Duck Dad says the hangout has its own category anyway.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
true.
So
why doesn't the lock shop have a lock shop of the year?
It's a great question.
Right?
That's an absolute great question.
Something to consider.
Absolutely.
Something to consider.
Want just a complete hashtag justice for the lock shop. We're here to get the lock shop some sort of award. But no, the morning show's got to come up with an award to knock on the lock shop.
Been shown support of protest at the Estes. Still sitting here taking this unjustified heat. I can't tell who's the main
host here. There's no justice. What heat? There's no heat in the lock shop right now. We're trying to defend the lock shop here. Maddie, that's what we're trying to do here. We're defending
Maddie, I will be caught in your lies.
Going forward, it should be the lock shop with Dustin Nielson, Matthew Wanek, and Huss.
Shut up, Hernan. All right, that is going to do it for the lock shop today. We got Oil Stream coming up next from 12 until 1. And then Hernan may or may not be here for EST Afternoons. We'll see. That'll be happening from 1 until 3. Reed Boca's show at 3. We got pregame show from Hudson's on White tonight as well. And then obviously postgame to follow as well. I'm going to think up the greatest, most unbelievable segment ever. And that's how the lock shop's going to get its Esty. You wait and see.
Well, you just giving up on
I don't know what
show
it is,
of the
but,
year? Giving up on show of the year. Just thinking about, we're going to win this other segment because we can't win show of the year.
Can you turn off his mic? I'm trying to wrap up here.
Of the year.
Right, there we go. Thank you. God. All right, that's going to do it. For Matthew Wanek, I'm Dustin Nielson. Thank you very much for joining us in the Lock Shop. Best of luck if you're riding with us tonight. Watch for those parlays to be up on our EST specials page at Play Alberta. And we've got the Oil Stream coming up. Game day against Washington Capitals. Don't go anywhere. Take it easy.